Hello everyone, and this is a very difficult video for me to make, and I contemplated whether or not I should even make it at all, to be honest with you. But the more I really stopped and thought about it, the more I realized that given the fact that these are two human beings who were parents, there's a need to humanize people no matter what happens, no matter what they've been through. And in the true crime community, this is ironic that this has happened, but for those of you who don't know, the tragic passing several months ago happened to the YouTuber The Captain Howdy and his ex-girlfriend, I believe it was. And for those of you who don't know, The Captain Howdy was a YouTuber who covered not exclusively but mostly the Delphi case in Indiana, and he had a real unique way of presenting his theories, his thoughts, his information on the cases that was insightful, and that prompted me to strike up email conversations with him occasionally, which I'm going to share some of here. First, before I do that, though, I just want to post this here for people who haven't heard. The YouTuber, The Captain Howdy, whose real name was Douglas Venable, took his own life and then the life of Amanda Dusek. And, you know, this is tough for me to discuss, everybody, because I'm not making any judgments about what type of person he was. I'm not defending his actions. I'm not saying anything good about that, about him. I'm not making any conclusions. I'm just sharing information with everybody. And I want to make everybody clear that when this occurred in February here of 2025, I was really wondering why he hadn't posted anything for quite some time, because in his email to me that was not too terribly old, he let me know that he was going to become a parent, and that was part of the reason why he was going to stop making YouTube videos, is to dedicate more time to being a parent. And he was having twins, I believe, and it's just tragic that those kids aren't going to be able to grow up with a parent right now. And I'll just share a few things here with me. And this here was the most recent interaction that I had with him, and this was just over a year before his passing. And I actually friended him on Facebook, and even though he never once interacted with me on Facebook, he was always very polite to me, courteous to me. But again, I want people to remember that I didn't know his ex Amanda either, so I'm in no position to say anything about anybody. I'm just trying to humanize both of these people, both who should probably still be here today if it wasn't for this tragedy. And it's just sad, it's unnecessary, it's unfortunate. But here is my January 5th, 2004 email from him back and forth. We were discussing potentially collaborating on a video, some research, things like that. He said, quote, "I just recently had a kid, so my night is currently a bit insane, but wholly expletive. Please know I will respond to all this tomorrow. I'm not sure of anything to say." I was sending him information that I had learned, but keeping it close to the vest and not sharing it with too many other people other than him. So we did have some sort of professional level of interaction, and there were only a couple more emails that I exchanged with him. Here, you know, he was real kind to me in 2023, 2 years before his passing and his ex-girlfriend's passing. "Thank you so much for the kind words. I've had some pretty big personal changes in my life. My wife is having twins, and I truly think leaving YouTube was the right choice. The level of harassment I was getting was honestly unbearable. It's difficult to do with justice how bad things really were. I wish you the absolute best. I've always respected you, your thoughts, and integrity." And then here's the only other one here that was a little bit before that. He says, "I go by the name Jay, don't live far from you, Northwest Indiana, Lake County. Thank you for sending the video links. For what it's worth, I deeply respect your thoughts on the Delphi case. I'm sure you have noticed it's basically impossible to discuss the case without someone going to level 5 red alert crazy. Recently, I had someone send me a message threatening to blank do harm to my entire family, so trust me, I get it. It doesn't matter what you say. It contradicts someone's narrative. You're a fair game to be harassed. You're a much-needed voice of reason, and I'm glad that it seems like you're going to continue making videos. If I can ever help with a video or a script or anything at all, I would love the opportunity. Thank you for responding. I hope we can stay in touch. And again, he had over 10,000 followers. And I really, really, really liked his videos. I really did. It made you think differently. And again, as you can see in those emails, the reason I'm sharing them is I want to show that he seemed like he was a rational, despite his content being a little bit edgy, a rational, down-to-earth human being. And I wanted to humanize that. But again, I don't want people to think that me posting this video is excusing what he did to his ex, leaving twin children behind. It's sad. It's tragic. And again, I debated whether or not I should even make this video. So to all of you who weren't aware of this, I wasn't even aware of this until today. When I came back here and started making videos again, I wondered, wow, why has it been 7 months since he posted something? And just, I never got any clue in any interaction I had from him that this was something that was part of him. You never know what somebody's going through. When I was younger, I went through a custody battle too, but I never would have considered something like that. So you never know what's going on behind closed doors. And again, to this other person who passed away, Amanda, my heart goes out to you and to rest your soul and your entire family and friends, because that's the other thing in this. Again, here I am talking about this person, Captain Howdy, who, wanted me to refer to him as Jay. And the victim here is the person whose life he ended, and the two twins he left behind. And, it's just sad to have to be here reporting this to you all and letting you know. But I'm doing that because I am a journalist, and I know a lot of you watched his content who also watched my Delphi content. So if this is coming as news to any of you or as a shock, again, it came as a shock to me as well. And I feel bad for Amanda's family, because there's always help out there. There's 800 numbers. There's helplines. If you're ever going through depression, there's always somebody out there willing to listen. Always. Thank you all so much for your time. And I'm sorry to be the one to share the news like this with some of you, that something so tragic happened. And again, there's more information about it online for those of you who are seeking to learn anything more about it, other than, what I've said here. There's news articles all over the internet about it. Again, his real name was 45-year-old Douglas Venable, and his ex's name was Amanda Dusek of Worth, Illinois. So just tragic, heartbreaking stuff. Thanks, everybody.